everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and today I'm bringing you my Deca TBR for July. Yes, July. I cannot believe it is that time again, getting that much closer to August and work. But I'm going to enjoy it and every moment that I can. I've been enjoying all of June, the relaxation, the stress-freeness. It's been awesome. Before we can get into July's picks, we must revisit the past and how I did on June's TBR, Deca TBR. How did I do? Mixed bag. Alright, so for the first one, we had Six of Hearts, which was to read a fantasy romance, and I chose The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I am almost finished with this one. I'm around page 309 out of 400 and something pages. I'm enjoying it, but it's here recently. Every time I pick it up, I start to fall asleep when I read it, and I don't know if it's me or I'm just falling out of love with the book. I can't tell because I'm interested in other things right now. I have enjoyed what I have read so far, but I don't know what it is about it. I will still push through this next month if I don't finish it in the next 4 days or so, because there's about 4 days, I think, of June left when I'm filming this. If I don't finish it in those days, I will put it over into July to finish it up, because I am so close to finishing it. That's kind of where I'm at with this one. I will count it as a win because I'm over 3/4 of the way done with the book, but that's kind of where I'm at with this book. So our second pick was Nine of Diamonds, and it was light on the cover, and so I chose A Crow Song by Letty Harper. I read the prologue and I didn't get further than that. I didn't mesh well with the writer's writing style, so I DNF'd it. Nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't click with me, and some books are like that. You will either click with the writer or you don't. Nothing against the writer, it's just not for me. So I'm going to pass this on to my free little library, local free little library, and someone else will definitely enjoy it. It just wasn't for me. So that's my thoughts on that one. Book 3 was Three of Diamonds, which was a paperback. It could be any paperback. I chose Kiss My Giraffe by Erin Nichols. I had such high hopes for this one. I'll link my video up above and down below in the description. Love the title. Absolutely thought this was going to be a bang-up book. Didn't mess with the writers again, writing style. I got 10, 11 pages in, just didn't click for me. So love the title, love the cover, just didn't mesh well with me. The same with Crow's Creek. I will be moving this book on to my local free little library where someone else will have the opportunity to give it the love that it just didn't spark within me. Someone else can enjoy it, and it's not just sitting and collecting dust on my bookshelves. Then our fourth roll was Seven of Clubs, which was a challenge, and I ended up with a 2-word title, and I did a KU book, which was Off Limits. I'll post a picture up on the screen because it's a KU book. This was Off Limits. It was a best friend's little sister romance. It was a sports romance. Loved it. Did finish this one. So that's 2 books out of 4 that I read this past month. So yay me. It was by Jerica McMillan, I believe. Start of a series I would consider continuing on, which I have a ton of the series I need to continue on with. I know. So if I get some time, I need to do that because I really did enjoy it. It was a fast read, easy read, enjoyed it a ton. And then our fifth and final pick was Seven of Diamonds. It was 200 or less pages. And then for that, I chose A Silent Voice. This was actually not this particular volume, but volume 2 of A Silent Voice. I read that one. I will link my review video of the entire series up above and down below in the description if you want to check it out. I have full thoughts on that, of the series as a whole. But I did finish that out on vacation. I love the series. Yes, I will say that much right now. Alright, so those are all the picks. So I managed to read at least 3 out of the 5 books. So I will count this as a win because that was coming off of not reading anything at all for a majority of all last year. So I will count that as a huge win for me. So we will move these to the side. But now we can get into our picks for July and what is our deck going to do for me today. It's hit or miss. Last time we finally ended up with an ace, which left us with a not brand new, but a full deck to go into this time, or pretty much full because I think we only have a few pulls out. I think we only have a couple from last time. Yeah, 3 cards are pulled out of the deck from last time. All right, so for those who are brand new, I'm not going to go into all of the rules. I have a playlist I can link down below. But this is my cheat sheet. It tells all the cards. It helps me remember what they are. We'll go over them as I pick them. All of my card suits are on my wheels on my phone, so that, because I have cats that like to shred things, and they love cardboard, so I put them on my wheels. We will do that, and if I can remember to record it this time and my tech cooperates with me, then I'll have it up on my screen like I normally do. Last time it didn't work too well. We had to go by what it recorded off my phone. But we'll make it work as best we can, but chaos and technology and me not always getting along. So let's shuffle our deck and then we'll get into what we're going to be doing. I'm actually shuffling well today. Woohoo! And if I didn't just jinx myself. Alright, so 3 good, really good shuffles. Alright, let's see what our deck has in store, because I already have 2 weeks dedicated to my Middle Grades Journey-a-thon. So we got Queen of Hearts. My Queen of Hearts. Woo! Starting off well. This is a mood read. I will leave that open because I don't know what I'm in the mood for right now. I am very much in a very romance mood read, but I don't know what it is I'm in the mood currently to read. So I will pick that up when I get through my Journey-a-thon. And then I'll pick that up then, because I don't know right now what I'm going to be in the mood for after I get through that. And I will let you know at the wrap up or the start of August Deca TBR. I'll let you know what I picked up for my mood read. Let's get to draw number 2 out of 5. All right, what do we have? 8 of clubs. All right, let's see what my wheels are going to have in store for me. These are challenges. Oh no! Since it's a dark background. Oh, I got to play Mel's Roll of Reeds game. All right. Her BookTube channel is a book fiend named Mel, and she has a campaign based off a D&D style game, so I'll have to set that up. Not expecting to do that. Yeah. But so is our game. So let us get that set up, and I'm only going to be choosing 1 pick off of that. So let me get this set up and then we'll be right back. Alright you guys, I have the board set up. So this is, I believe, called the Roll of Reeds. This is what Mel's game was that she had us participate in. So I have the board set up 1 to 20 with different prompts set up, just randomly put over, shuffled up, and then randomly placed down. Then I have a 20-sided dice that each of the sticky notes are numbered. I think you can see some of them, like this one is 10, this is 14. So 1 is up here, 20 down here, and so forth. So whatever prompt number I get, I'll pick up the prompt and we will see what I will be reading. What does Mel's game, what is it going to choose for me? All right, let's see. What are we going to get? So this is a 6. It doesn't like to focus, but that's a 6. Prompt number 6. Where are you? Right here. Alright, so this is a human, and I will have to look up and see what the human prompt is. I was hoping I wasn't going to get one of these because I don't remember what this was, but I will look it up and then I'll get back with you and let you know what this will represent and what book I will be reading to fulfill this prompt. So in a moment, I'm going to have to reshuffle my cards because they dropped all over the floor. Alright, so as you saw, I got the human prompt from Mel's Roll of Reeds game. So what does human prompt mean for us, or for me? If you want to play along, you're more than welcome to. Find books that fit the prompts that I'm doing. You're more than welcome to play along if you would like. For human, it says read a contemporary romance or women's fiction. So let me see if I can find, and I think actually I know what I'm going to do for that. This is also a continuation of that, of a series. I got the first book out of the Asheville Brewery series from my Romance Reveal book box, I believe it was called. I got the first book in that, and I really enjoyed that first book, so I got the second book earlier this year in one of my mini hauls that I've done since January. So this is Better Luck Next Time by Denise Grover Swank. So yeah, this is book 2. So let us see what this one will be about. So Adelia Buchanan has always poured her soul into her art, but after a horrible betrayal by her mentor, she can no longer bring herself to do it. Instead, she's designing merch and marketing materials for her family brewery in Asheville, hoping it'll satisfy her urge to create. It doesn't, of course, and her worst nightmare comes to pass when an arrogant yet attractive acquaintance witnesses her tearing up one of her own paintings. Selling Big Catch Brewing was supposed to lead to big things for Finn Hamilton, but it didn't. Worse, it strained his relationship with his best friend, River, and turned the local community against him. For someone who's used to being liked, it's a humbling experience, much like watching Adelia engage in an act of creation and destruction. Before, he only knew her as the intriguing, sassy sister of River's girlfriend, but what he witnessed changes everything. It also sparks an idea. All right. Oh, that sounds so good. Yes. So human contemporary romance fits the bill. I think Mel's game actually did me a good one. It did me a solid. So yay. And I'll leave Mel's channel linked down below as well. So I love shouting out creators. She's an awesome creator. Love her videos. Love her game. Can't wait to see what else July has in store for me. And this has been a fun and intriguing game. Very interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, need to shuffle my cards because they went everywhere. And I don't like knowing or seeing the cards. I like to go in blind. All right. Good couple of shuffles. Draw number 3. Alright. So, 4 of clubs. Another challenge. Oh no. Alright, so a second chance. So a book that I'm going to give a second chance to. I kind of softly DNF'd An Unkindness of Magicians. Kind of just petered out on this one, so I put it over on the shelf to continue. So it was a soft DNF, so I'm going to give it a second chance to finish it out. So that's what I'm going to do for second chance, because if I don't finish it this go around, it will be unhauled. So this is what I'm going to do. See what draw 4 has in store. Right, 6 of diamonds. At least it's a different suit this time. Alright, so this is a physical aspect. So that is what these are. A hardcover. Alright, so what I'm going to choose. This is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. So let us see what this is going to be about. There is always a price for defying destiny. Violet is a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased and not always true divinations. Honesty is for suckers like the oh-so-not-charming Prince Cyrus, who plans to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of summer, unless Violet does something about it. The boy must die before summer's end. But when the king asks her to falsely prophesy Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball, Violet awakens a dreaded curse, one that will end in either damnation or salvation for the kingdom, all depending on the prince's choice of future bride. Violet faces her own choice, sees an opportunity to gain control of her destiny, no matter the cost, or give in to the ill-fated attraction that's growing between her and Cyrus. So here's this one. That sounds interesting. We shall see what goes on in this Violet Made of Thorns. What decision will she make? Sounds like kind of an enemies to lovers tropes going on here. I don't know if this is YA or not. Goodreads wouldn't scroll down far enough for me to tell, or if this is new adult. Don't know. We shall see. Let me know down below if you know that. All right, in our fifth and final roll, because we've had rolls in this one. Get me confused, game, getting me confused. What did we end with? A jack. My jacks picked from my, actually need to update it, but we'll go off of what's on my physical TBR wheel. We'll just do that, and then I need to add my newer ones to it, but we will go for what's here. Nightblood, book 3. But this is what it says. Nightblood, book 3. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to make an executive decision because book 2, I believe, is Fireblood. I don't want to read book 3 if I haven't read book 2, so I'm going to sub in book 2 for that one. It's in the same series. I read the first one, which is Frostblood. Really enjoyed it, but I'm going to put this book, book 2, instead of book 3 because I haven't read book 2. So we'll do that one to continue on this series. I don't want to read the back because I don't want to do accidental spoilers. All right, this will help remind myself and let you guys kind of know about. So this is YA, but I think it's on the older side of YA, I would say. And I gave it a 5-star rating. So that lets you know I enjoyed it. So this was a 17-year-old. Ruby is a fireblood who has concealed her powers of heat and flame from the cruel Frostblood ruling class her entire life. But when her mother is killed trying to protect her and rebel Frostbloods demand her help to overthrow their bloodthirsty king, she agrees to come out of hiding, desperate to have her revenge. Despite her unpredictable abilities, Ruby trains with the rebels and the infuriating yet irresistible Arcus, who seems to think of her as nothing more than a weapon. But before they can take action, Ruby is captured and forced to compete in the king's tournaments that pit Fireblood prisoners against Frostblood champions. Now she has only one chance to destroy the maniacal ruler who has taken everything from her, and from the icy young man she has come to love. That was Frostblood. I did enjoy it. Gave it 5-star reading. 5-star rating. So again, continuing on with my series, book 2 instead of book 3. So this is also on my 23 and 23 list to read. So we'll do this one in lieu of book 3. I actually have enjoyed this deck of TBR. It was very entertaining for me. Hopefully it was for you as well. So these are my books along that I have. So I have my mood read. Then I have Better Luck Next Time, which was from Mel's, book fiend named Mel's game, Roll of Reeds, which was the human prompt for a contemporary romance, or Better Luck Next Time. Then I had the Second Chance draw pick, which I'm giving Kindness of Magician a second chance. Then I ended up with a hardcover, so I'm doing Violet Made of Thorns. And then, of course, the last one, which was a physical TBR pick. It chose the 3rd book in a series, but I can't read a 3rd book in a series if I haven't read book 2. So I chose the 2nd book in the series off of my 23 and 23 project, which was Fireblood by Ellie Blake. So these are my picks to continue on for Deca TBR for July, along with my Romanceopoly picks that I have going on, which I will link that video above if it is live yet. And then also my first 2 weeks of July for my Journey-a-thon. So a lot of reading, a lot of books this month. We will see how successful I will be with that. Let me know down below what your reading plans are for July. If you are participating in any readathons, any read-alongs, what books were interested in from what I showed you out of what I got pulled, what I picked from the pulls today on my Deca TBR, how it treated me. So any other plans that you have going on in July. If you liked today's content, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's content. And until my next video, you guys, happy reading as always. Bye guys.